his visiting lecture for our STEKOM University. Thank you. Shall we start?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Novita, wait for a minute. Our speaker will be ready within 2 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm K.Sahitya Priyadharshini, working as an assistant professor in Information Technology Department in Arunai Engineering College, Tiruvannamalai, Tamil Nadu, India. Today, we are going to discuss about data warehousing approach for business intelligence. Before going for data warehousing, we should know some of the basic data items which is needed for us. I will share my video. So we'll see about data warehousing approach for business intelligence. Before knowing about a data warehousing, we should know about what is data, what is database, what is database management system. Then we can go for what is data warehousing. What is data? Generally, we know about that. Data are collections of discrete or continuous value that convey information. So using that information, what we are going to do is we are going to store that in the database. Then what is the definition for database? Database we can say as a organized structure of data. So how will you store all your database? So we know that generally we store all our database in the form of tables. So all the tables will have rows and columns. In the database, we say all the rows as records and the columns as field or attribute. For example, if you're taking student table, we are going to have some fields like your what is the name of the student, what is their register number, which year they belongs to, what is their department they belongs to. Like that we create a database for the student table. So student is going to be the table name, and we have the fields like what is the name, field, attributes and all we are going to frame in the database. So database is used to organize a data in a form of tables. So knowing about database, then we come for what is database management. Basically, database management systems are nothing but we are going to store the data in the table. So how we are going to manipulate the data in the table is going to be said as database management system. So in this database management system, we are going to use ER models. So what is ER models then? Entity relationship model. So what is entity? We know that attributes, we can say attributes as your entity. Okay, so entity or attribute, or you can say as things or object. For example, we can say as student, customer. So anything can be said as entity. So how we are going to have a entity relationship model then? So a relationship diagram we are going to draw it. We'll say about what are the relationship between each and every entity that is present in the so each and every example, if you take students as one of the entity and college as one of the entity, and we can have department as the entity. So we can define each and every entity with their attributes and everything. So how we are going to connect each attribute? So student belongs to particular department and he belongs to the college. So belonging is a relationship that between the two or three entity what we have been drawing over. So when you use a database management table, we are going to use entity relationship model. Then apart from entity relationship model, we are going to use asset property also. So what is asset property? So A stands for your atomicity. So what is atomicity? So we are going to do a work, entire transaction is going to take place at once or has been happened over there. So that property is said to be atomicity. So A stands in your acid property. C stands for your consistency. So how your database table is going to be after and before any transaction has been done over. So what is the consistency in the table is said as consistency. So C, how your table is altered or not, that is going to be in C. And when you go for I, it is going to be isolation. So isolation is when multiple transaction occurs independently without any interference. For example, I'm going to access student table. So one more member is going to access department table. If both has been accessing at the same time, no data should be clashed over between the two people who has been using over there. If such isolation has been done, then we can say that isolation property has been done over there. Then your D stands for your durability, how long your data table is going to be successfully stand after many number of transactions. So when a database table is going to achieve this acid property, we can say that we are going to have a good database management system. So now we know about what is data, what is database, and what is database management system. Why we go for all this is the data warehousing is going to be depend upon your data only. So what is coming to a data warehouse? What is data warehouse? Is nothing but it is going to store a huge amount of data with multiple heterogeneous sources, like files, your DBMS, n number of DBMS can be stored over there. So why we store all this data in a data warehouse? What is the goal of your data warehouse? The main goal of your data warehouse is to have a statistical report. So what is a statistical report of the table or what the data you are taken? So based upon this statistical report, they're going to have a decision making. A good example is if a result has been published over there, we can have a statistics how many percent of people has scored about the distinction and how many people has been scored above 60 percentage. What is the statistic of the result? We can identify using the technique and we can make a decision. This percentage of people has been topper, this persons are being a low grade student, like that we can seek over that in the data warehouse. Use the data warehouse. We have many number of examples in the data warehousing on today. Processing like your Google BigQuery is a good example for a data warehouse. Snowflakes is also an example. You can go for Amazon Redshift, a few examples of your currently running data warehousing. Then how data warehousing? We know that database and data warehousing is separate thing. So what are the things that can separate both the how your data warehouse has been separated from your operational database? So when you go for operational database, we are going to search a particular record. For example, a student who has been topper in the class, so we'll write a query, select a student with the percentage greater than so and so, like that we have that. So particular record we can search over there. What is the indexing method in database management system? So indexing based upon your register number or based upon the name of the students, alphabetic order. So some indexing method will be going on when you go for your normal database management system. But when you go for data warehousing, we are going to solve a query. Okay, query that is going to be, which is more complex query. That queries can be solved in a general format of a data. So that is the first difference when you go for that. And your second difference between your database management system and your data warehouse is database management system is going to maintain the current data, what the data you are being processing at the current stage, while your data warehousing is going to maintain historical data. What is the previous history? For example, what is the previous history of the student, or what is the last semester result of the current student? retrieve the data using your data warehouse. And apart from that, we are going to have concurrency processing when you go for database management system. And we have concurrency control, we have recovery management system, where in your operational database system, where in your data warehousing, there will not be any concurrency like that. And second more thing, in database management system, we can read and modify the data which has been stored over in the a table. While when you go for your warehousing, we are going to use only read only memory. We are going to use a process called online analytical process. In this process, we can retrieve the query. What is needed, we can retrieve it, but we cannot modify it, or we cannot rewrite the data, or anything cannot be done over when you go for data warehousing. Only read only process can be done over there. So that is the basic difference between your what is your operational database and what is your data warehouse. Next, coming to the question, what is the need for a data warehouse? Why we should go for your data warehouse? What is a necessity for it? So when we go for necessity of data warehousing, the main thing is here we are going to have centralized and consolidated large number of data can be stored with multiple sources. So data is going to be centralized, as well as it is going to store multiple sources of data. So when you want to access n number of process, you can get a data from a single centralized system itself. So first benefit is it is going to be a centralized and consolidated large amount of data from multiple sources. Second thing, easy. It will give you the decision making in business process. Suppose if you are going to start a business, if you want to have a historical data of previous organization or some of the enterprise what you are going to start over, so we can retrieve the data, historical data, because we are storing historical data in your data warehouse. So it is easy for us, for the business people, to make a decision whether the process will be done or not. So decision making is also going to be a main thing when you go for your data warehousing. Then third important things, the data we are using here is very consistent, and the quality of the data is also very high, because we don't have any modification over here, because we can retrieve the data alone in the process. So modification cannot be done over. So data consistency and quality of the data is very high, and the response time that has been used for retrieving data from a warehouse is very high. Response time will be given over there. In a centralized data, it is easy for us to retrieve. So high response time. So when you conclude what are the things needed is need for why we need data warehousing is centralized data with multiple resources, decision making, data consistency, and high quality and high response time. What are the benefits of your data warehouse? I told you already, if you're going to start a business, we have to need to see what are the historical data that is available to us. So based upon that history of a particular company or an enterprise, we can organize or we can start a new enterprise based upon that. So the data warehousing is going to give best business analytical data for the people who has been going to start an organization or anything else. The first thing is better business analysis, and second thing, here we are going to easily retrieve the data, faster query, because it is going to have large number of people over there. They're going to retrieve the data in a faster query manner. Third benefit of your data warehouse is we are going to have improved quality of data. Same things can be said over, because data consistency has been followed over here. So no change, modification of data cannot be done over. So what happened? The quality of the data that has been maintained in the data warehousing will be very consistent. So we are going to have a improved quality in the database, in the data warehousing. Okay. So next one is historical insight. So historical data, for example, we can take example, in the stock market also we can have it. What is the stock market yesterday's status, what is today's status, we can view it. So all this data will be stored in the data warehousing. If you want to know about that, what is the previous thing, we can have an best example, real time example, a stock market, or for example, if you go for health monitoring systems, in day to day life many things has been come over when you go for data warehousing process. And now we'll see about some of the example where your data warehousing has been used. So first example is going to be a social media website, like your Facebook, Twitter, and all. They have large number of data sets where people has been connected between them. So that is going to be a best example when you go for social networking website. So data warehousing is going to show over an example. When you take your Facebook, you will you know that many friends can be viewed over you, they can catch you through your Facebook. So all your data has been stored in data warehousing. So they will analyze that if one has been friend with another, he may be a friend of some another, like that they are going to analyze. And we'll have something, some data as when you go for Facebook, you will have a few friends suggestion for you. So this type of analysis has been done over with the help of your data warehousing. That is in the social media. This is a simple example I'm saying over for Facebook, uh, and Twitter and all. The same criteria has been for, we can use in LinkedIn, many social websites we can go in. Then after that, when you go for the major application is in your banking system. So banking system, we know that we have an account, who is the card holder, what type of card is going to have, whether he's having a credit card, he's having a debit card, what type of card he has been holding, whether he is possible, whether he is eligible to receive a credit card. If he is eligible, what is the limitation of the amount can be given over there, whether he is properly paying his credit card amount, everything they will go for an analysis, that whether the particular person is eligible for getting a credit card, and what is the amount limited to him is can be analysis using your data that has been stored in your data warehousing. So such type of applications can also be done over when you go for data warehousing. Apart from that, many centralized government sectors has been now using data warehouse for finding out what is the amount of tax they have been paid over, what is the defect in the tax, like that there have been a few things. Few government has been using all this data warehousing and background. So these are the few examples. We have many wide areas where your data warehousing has been, many software concerns nowadays, every areas we have been using data warehousing methodologies to retrieve the data, to find out what is the historical data. A good example for a government sector, if I want to say about this, what is the statistic of population. Your population counting is also being done with the help of your data warehousing. What is the death rate, what is the birth rate, everything the data warehousing is going to analyze and going to give you the historical data. So what is the population of this year, what is the population of previous year, how many what is the percentage of birth rate, what is the percentage of death rate. So all this historical data can be provided using the government sector based upon this data warehousing techniques. Now we'll see about what are the features of your data warehousing. So already we know that it is going to be a centralized data. It is having multiples of data resources. It is going to have data integrity in it. So centralized data with multiples of resources with the data integrity over there. So using that resources and using that data, we are going to have retrieve the historical data storage. Example, I told you now what is the population of the people, what is the death rate, what is the birth rate, like that we can say. This is a simple example. So we can retrieve what is the historical data. Apart from that, we can have what is the query and analysis based upon that. For example, for particular month, we are speaking, as we are speaking about population calculation for a particular month. For example, I'm saying for January month, what is the birth rate, what is the death rate, we can retrieve a particular data based upon the query and analysis also. Then data transformation, how we are going to transform the data. present the data. That is also going to be the main feature when you go for data warehousing. Data mining is also being done. So mining the data based upon a particular product, and data security has also been a main features when you go for data warehousing, because no data has been we are going no data is going to be given out, or data is going to be modified over the year in the data warehouse, since the data is going to be very secure when you go for data warehousing. And few of the examples we have, intelligent decision making. We are mainly using in business intelligence, historical analysis, data quality, scalability, effective query, cost reduction, data security. I told you already previously. We are going to have decision making. We are going to use data warehousing as one of our source, and we are going to make a decision. Nowadays, making this decision, it is mainly used in business and historical data. Everything has been, we know that all the things has been a main advantage when you go for your data warehousing. How your data warehousing is going to be worked out. What is the process of background work of your data warehousing? That is the main thing. So when you go for a data warehousing, we are going to have all these thing. We are going to have your database. You can see in the image, we have your database over here. From the database, we are going to clean and reformation of the data. So unwanted data, everything is going to be removed over there, and we will extract the data. Okay, for example, this is going to be the college database. So in this college whole database, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract only a particular department students data for a particular year. For example, if I want to retrieve data of IT department of second year students, so extracting, and I'm going to transform the data, transform that and load that to the data warehousing. So second year students, for example, I'm saying over second year students, 40 boys, maybe 20 girls. So in the 20 girls, who are the toppers, who are the average students, like that we are going to have of the data, and that is going to be stored over in a database. So using this data warehousing, we have stored all the data in the data warehousing. So using the data warehousing, we are going to have OLAP. OLAP is nothing but online analytical processing. So online analytical processing we'll see in the future slides. And apart from that, DSS is nothing but all the decision we are going to take over based upon the data what we have been requiring. Then we have this EIS is nothing but executive information system. So what is the information we are going to gather over there? So your OLAP, okay, your OLAP is going to contain the data analytical process, decision support system. This is going nothing but EIS is nothing but how you are going to connect your geographical information system with your data embedded with that. And data mining, we know that it is going to be a wide and large area. So all this is going to be done over as an output of your data warehousing. So when you general process, as I said over, we are going to extract, store the data, we are going to extract the data what is needed, we are going to clean the data, are the queries that are going to be asked based upon the data stored in our data warehousing. To all this process of data warehousing, the best suit processing method in your data warehousing is OLAP. Okay, so online analytical process. Then what is online analytical process? That is a major thing. Based upon this online analytical processing method, only we are using many number of analysis in our real time work. What is OLAP then? Your online analytical process refer to a tools of analyzing in order to make a business decision. I told you already, we are going to analyze the data. Okay, suppose I'm going to start I'm going to become an entrepreneur and I'm going to start a new business. For example, I'm going to start a hotel. That is my main motive of starting a main motive. So what I will do, I will go for an analysis. What is the location where I'm living over? Is it surrounded by any hotels nearby? What is the product that has been sold over there? What is the cost? How, what is the time of the sales, where the hotel is going to be in peak hour? So all this I'm going to analyze. So I'm going to have a statistical survey of that. So this statistical survey has been done over with the help of your data warehouse. We are going to store all the data. We are going to have a data analytical process in order to make a decision whether I can start a business in the particular location, or what type of food, if I'm starting a business hotel, what type of food will be can be sold over there in a particular area. So first thing is, when you go for OLAP, what we are going to do is we are going to have analysis process, data analysis, to make a business decision. Second thing, we are going to have a multi-dimensional data model. So view in a various aspects. Okay, viewing a data in many aspects, whether this is possible or not, or it is possible to to the data, or we are going to find out what the data we have been getting over is right or wrong. So in many aspects I can analyze the data. So multi-dimensional data modeling also is being present over there. One more thing, your business intelligence is mainly rely on the OLAP technology only. So when you go for your business intelligence, it is going to fetch the this method. What is OLAP? What it is going to be done over there? So based upon the online analytical process only, your business intelligence is going to be working out. So in general, if you want to say what is OLAP is, it is a multi-dimensional database where we are going to manage, analyze, and we are going to get that information in a faster manner with the consistency of data, with interactive information available to us. So when you go for this online analytical processing, we are going to have three to four methods. What are the different types of lab servers present over there? How we can use that in an online process or current trending process. So when you go for first thing, relational types of OLAP is relational OLAP, multidimensional OLAP, hybrid OLAP, and specialized SQL servers. So what is a relational OLAP? How we are going to use the database over there? So when you go for a relational database, the main thing is we are going to have back data with a dimensional table. With the dimensional table, I told you, example, if I'm going to start a hotel. So if a hotel is working out there, what is the timing of the hotel, where it has been located, what type of food has been served over there, how much of people has been coming over. So this is for a single hotel, we are going to have multi-dimensional. So I can retrieve the data, whether the people coming over there is about what age of people is coming, what type of food has been served more to the people, what timing the hotel is been working in a faster manner, movement of the food is more. So that and all we can consider, because we are going to have a multi-dimensional table for a single data. So here we are going to have a multi-dimensional table with back data. What is your relationship between the data we are going to have? It is also going to, relational model is going to be a bridge between the relational backend server and the tool, front end tool, what we are going to connect over there. And all this data has been stored over in your relational database management system. So your RDBMS is going to work over here when you go for relational database management system. So aggregation of the logic. So I told you example, what time the hotel is working in a faster manner, what type of data we are going to use over everything. So next, coming to your multidimensional online analytical processing. So this is going to be a array-based multidimensional storage engine where we can going to have multi-dimension of data. It is also can be stored in a small space. Uh, Parsi. So here it is nothing but small quantity of data can also be stored over. We can refer the data in two levels. How we are going to store the data, whether it is going to be in a dense database or maybe in a sparse database. So sparse is nothing but whether we are going to store in a small quantity of data or you are going to store a high quantity of data with n number of dimension that has been present over there in the table. So multiple dimension of the datas what we have been stored. Then hybrid defaultly we know that it is going to be a combination of your relational OLAP and your multi-dimensional OLAP. But the scalability of the data is very higher when you go for a relational database. uh, and faster computation has been done in your multiple OLAP servers. Very large thing. Apart from that, we have huge number of OLAPs present over there. Maybe your website OLAPs, which has been using in the web browsers. We have that in the real time going on process. Web OLAP that is used in the web browser. You have desktop OLAP. So desktop OLAP is nothing but we are going to store all the data or download the data from the internet and storing that data in the desktop and making an analysis in the data which is downloaded. That's it said to be desktop OLAP. We have mobile OLAP also. So your mobile device is going to act as a main resources when you go for your mobile OLAP. Then we have spectral OLAP. So what we are going to combine your geographical information system with your OLAP. So few other online analytical processing also been available in the data warehousing market. So what are the few operations as we have been saying? This is the main suitable process when you go for your data warehousing OLAP. With the help of your OLAP only your data warehousing is working out. So what are the operations that we can be done over in your OLAP? So it is a multi-dimensional data. OLAP is going to operate in multi-dimensional data. What are the operations? Means roll up, drill down, slice or dice, pivot. That is rotation. So when you go for roll up, you can see an example roll up. A database table, multi-dimensional database table has been stored over here. So what is, before going for the example, what is a roll up? So what we are going to do here is we are going to climb up to the hierarchy of the dimensions. Okay, for example, if you're having a statistics like this, you can see in the image over here. If you have a statistics that how much of mobiles has been sold over, okay, how much of mobiles has been sold over in a particular quarters of year with the particular cities. So here I have taken this multidimensional table. First multidimensional table show you what is the sales of your mobile modem or phone something else in a particular cities. So when you go for roll up, we are going to climb that into the concept hierarchical structure. That is, we are going to roll up to the areas, reduce the dimensional reduction. So when you say here cities, we are going to roll up that into the countries. You can see at these images here we have seen what are the Chicago, New York, like that we have specified what is the sales of the particular element, okay, in a particular city. We are going to roll up that based upon the location. From the city we are going to convey that into a countries. So what is the roll up of the process? So we are going to climb up. Example, having a statistic that from the city we are going to roll up to the countries. That is rolling up. Here we are going to reduce the number of tables or number of dimension that is available in the database. This is roll up. And when you go for drill down, this is going to be the next operation in your OLAP process. So when you go for roll down, it is going to be the reverse process of your roll up. So in roll up, what we do, we have reducing the number of dimension available over there. So we know that when you go for a city, we have to state what is the street name, what is the area, what is so and so, what is the thing city. We are going to frame like that when you're going to have a city that we are going to be rolled up to a country. If you say a country, maybe India, maybe Australia, US, UK, like that we are going to say. When you go for in a roll up, when you go for roll down, we are going to step down the concept of hierarchy into new dimensional process. You can see it, at the image itself. Here we have the cities, like that. In here you can see here we have time, it is quarter, Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. So what we are going to do, we are going to roll down, we are going to add here new dimensional to the data element. So what we have done, this quarters, anyhow we are going to have a year of this 4 quarters. So we are going to divide that quarters into a month of the year. So you can look at the image here over. We are going to divide that quarters into as 12 months in a year, January, February. So we are going to have we are increasing the new dimensional. Here we will say, so in a quarter, 605 mobiles has been sold out in the particular like that. But when you come over here in January, 150 of mobile has been sold out in a particular city. So we are going to increase the number of dimension which is available in your table. So that is said to be the drilling down. So this is the reverse process of your roll up. As I said, we are going to divide day, month, quarter, year, like that. We are going to increase the time dimension. So what is the element dimension we have taken is, we are going to increase the time dimensional in this example. Increasing the dimensional is the main thing when you go for drill down process. So next we go for slicing. Third concept, you are going for slice concept. So slice is nothing but we are going to have a particular data. We are going to have what is the sales of a particular mobile in in the duration of a country for a particular item, process that has been done over. So you can look at the image. So here in the example, we are going to have quarter Q1 as going to be. So what is the sales of the mobile or modem, whatever been done over in the 4 countries? What is the sales in the first quarter? So we are going to slice it. We are going to divide the data on a particular item, and what is the process finding out is said to be slicing. So dividing a particular data. So we have used here time thing Q1 for slicing the data. So dice. Next we go for dice. So what is dice is as similar to a slicing, but we are here, we are going to use 2 or more dimensional from a given cube of data, and we are going to we are going to frame a new cube from that. Example they given over here. What is the location? What is the location you are going to select? What is the time duration? What is the item you are going to store over? So from the multi-dimensional data cube, what we are going to do is, we are going to create a new dimensional subcube, and we are saying that, so in a particular in New York, in the quarter Q1, so much of mobile, 605 mobile has been sold out. Or in Chicago, in the quarter of 1, 395 mobile has been sold out. So we are going to frame a new cube from already existing cube based upon 2 or more multi-dimensional data, that is said to be your dice. I told you, based upon the location, time, item, what elements has been sold out is said to be your dice process. Pivot. So what is pivot is nothing but we are going to rotate the data. Rotating the data. So we can rotate all the data based upon the data axis. So here I can have my thing is based upon the location. In the location, what mobile has been sold out, what how much mobile has been sold out, how much modem has been sold out, what is the phone, how much phone has been sold out. So this is going to be the data. So if I want to rotate it based upon the location, I have to find out based in Chicago how much sold out. We are going to rotate the data. Okay, that is said to be pivot. So till now we have been seeing about your online analytical processing method. Why we have concentrated on online analytical processing method is, your data warehousing is working on the best processing method of OLAP. Okay, we have seen about what is data warehousing. Now we'll see about what is business intelligence, how your data warehousing is going to be suit over there, and how the intelligence as data warehousing help in business intelligence. So when you go for your business intelligence, it is going to be a technically driven analysis process. Okay, we are going to analyze the data, what has been stored already. We are going to retrieve a strategy. In the diagram, we can say we have collections of data. We have collections of data. Data engineering has been processed over there, storing of data. We are going to analyze. We are going to make a report of that. Using the report, you are going to use your business intelligence over here in any of the business. So in general, if you want to say about business intelligence is how you are going to analyze and deliver the information that will help the executor or executives or managers or working people make a business decision. How we are going to make a decision based upon the data available. For example, if a sales, we can take an sales, we can take a supermarket. So when you take a supermarket, what is the maximum number of product that has been sold over in a day? We can go for an analysis. So we can analyze that some of the milk product or some of the biscuit items has been sold over. So what the supermarket people or the owner of the supermarket will analyze, so the most sold over product is your milk product or food product. So they will find out that this has been sold more number of product. So at the stage, what they will do, they will increase the getting the product from the vendor, maybe from the people who has been selling over to them. So they will increase the product of the particular item in the supermarket because more people has been selling over. So this is a simple analysis how a supermarket person will analyze how which product has been sold moreover, and how they are going to maintain the stock in their business. This is a simple example. So when you go for business intelligence, as we seen previously, your online analytical process, the main thing is your first thing is your OLAP data warehousing. First application is OLAP. Your second application in your data warehouse is decision support system. So what is the decision you are going to take over? So as we have been in business, what is the business we are going to do over, how much of sales has been done, whether the business will be furnished for forever, and what is the statistics and all we are going to analyze with the help of your uh, data warehousing. So data warehousing first application is OLAP, and that only second application is your decision support system. So this business intelligence is going to serve as a front end tool. Okay, it is going to be a front end tool. It is going to say about how to make a decision, how to make a decision. Now how to have improvement in your business. So it is also going to be a collection of data from the data warehouse for analysis, and we are going to produce a business report comparison. For example, same for example, you can take a soap. So we have n number of companies over there in soap. So which company soap has been sold over in a particular month? So we can have a statistic of that, and we can produce a report. A comparison report can be done over, or that same comparison we can represent in chart or maybe a graph to say that what is the decision that the company people can take over based upon this report. So that is done with the help of your data warehousing. So this business intelligence deals with your online analytical process. Data visualization, I told you what the data has been sold or what we are going to do. What is the data mining we are going to use over for a particular element? I told you in a supermarket, a particular element has been sold over in more number. So what should be there? So what should be the queries that can be solved over by the people present over there? So all this report and querying system can be done over with your business intelligence. And some of the example, real-time example of your business intelligence softwares or your SAP. Tubule, Power BI, Locus. These are all the application softwares has been currently used in your business intelligence. Apart from that, many companies, your Oracle, many of the companies has been there giving a business intelligence software for the development of their business. Then coming to our business intelligence, what is why business intelligence performance platform is important? Why we are going for business intelligence? Because without business intelligence also we can develop our business. But as we are in the fast moving world, with the help of your intelligence, what has been happening in the market, the business people have been following this business intelligence for making a better product, uh, making a better product which a customer can understand. So they will analyze what is the need of the customer. If you're going to produce a new product, first they will get what is the requirement from the customer, what the customer needed, and how you're going to process that. After giving a product to the environment, we'll get the feedback whether the customer has been satisfied with the product what we have been produced is up to their mark, or is there any changes needed or by the customer. Everything we are going to see over there. So that type of approach is also been a good thing when you go for your business intelligence. So making a better product by understanding the customer behavior is the first thing when you go for your business intelligence. Second thing is we are going to learn it. What is the need of the customer? Who are the customers? What are their needs? How they need it for a better performance of all the data and all. First, if a product has been launched newly in the market, we know the defaultly the company peoples will get a survey or a feedback from the people who have been using the product, whether the product is good, whether it has been satisfied by the company people, is there any feedback of that. So they will serve. This process is also be done over with help of your business intelligence. Next thing is they're going to identify how you're going to run over your product. Okay, how a product will be run over. Is there any potential issues created? Is there any problem based upon the product what we have been going to launch? That also can be analyzed when we are going to use your business intelligence. Then what are the components of your business intelligence that has been related with your data warehousing? So now we are going to combine your business intelligence with your data warehousing process. So first thing we know that data warehousing is going to have collection of data. Okay, collection of data. So data collection is the first thing. As we go for a business, we are going to have a ERP over there. Enterprise resource planning software will be there. What is the customer relationship software? What type of file we are going to use over? What are the applications we have been using? We know that many product nowadays sold over is in online. What are the application API we have been using over? What are the necessity data that has been coming over? What type of tools we have been going to use? So that is going to be the first step. So we are going to collect the data from the various resources that are being available. Next step, we are going to data integrate the data and store the data. So as we have been using this ETL process already, extract, transform, and loading in data warehousing, like that here also we are going to extract the data from the people, and we are going to transform the data according to the need of the people in a particular location where they have been loaded. And analysis, third step is going to be data analysis. We are going to have some application analysis tool, whether it is going to be a dashboard of the company, or maybe some reports sent to the people, or some other statistical survey. So how we are going to analyze what the product has been sold last year, what is the status of the product that has been sold in the current year, or previous month, or previous week, or previous day. So we are going to analyze the data. Then after analyzing, we are going to distribute the data. What is the current status of your data in the business is reported via email, or maybe some dashboard, or maybe some embedding software that has been used within the organization. So the fifth step in your component of your business intelligence and data warehousing is business decision. So based upon the stakeholders, so stakeholders are nothing but your customers, what we have been using. So using a data warehousing and business intelligence, we are going to make a decision that on a particular data, what is the accuracy of the data based upon the stakeholders. Okay, we have the role of what is the role we have seen now. Step 5 steps of data collection, data integration and storage, data analysis, distribution and decision making. Same thing we have been represent. We have different types of sources where we are going to collect it, store it in the thing. We are going to integrate the data. Integration has been done over in ELT engine, that is extraction, transformation and loading process has been done. Then data warehousing, we are going to store all the data in the data warehousing where we have raw data, summary data, media data, every data going to be there. From the data warehousing, we are going to analyze the data. So whatever we have many tools over here, so we are using all the tools and analyze that whether the product, what we have, what we required, what is needed, we are going to analyze that. As we have been in business, all the analysis has been taken over for the development of the business. So based upon that, we are going to analyze data using the tools that is available over here, Power BI, Tableau, like that and all. We are going to have a report of the data, maybe in the dashboard of the organization, maybe analyzes what is the whoever the people that has been in the top in the organization may analyze what is the process has been done over. Then we are going to have a report of the data. So this is the thing how your data warehousing has been used over in your business intelligence. Some of the business intelligence examples that where your data warehousing has been used is sales analysis. I told you how they are going to analyze the sales, what is done in the per week order or per month order or per year or quarter of the year, like that statistical reviews of the sales analysis. Supply chain optimization, we know that supply chain is a wide area, how it has been manufactured in an organization or in a company, and how it has been transformed till to the customer end. So who are the people, who are the resource person, how it has been transmitted. I told you an example of supermarket. If particular product has been sold out more, what the market supermarket owner will do, he will refill that in a quick manner of a particular product. So that processing, analyzing, processing, we are in background, we are having supply chain management. So that optimization is also be done with the help of your business intelligence. Customer insight, how the customers are needed, what are the things needed for the customer, how we are going to tell the customer, satisfy the customer based upon the requirement from the customers, that we are going to see over there. What is the financial reporting? So what amount has been invest in the business last year, what is the profit we have been yield over, what is the statistic of the report, that financial reporting, what are the risk management that has been available in taking a particular business. That is also main thing when you go for a risk management, whether the risk has been reduced or it has been provoked long. So what is the risk? So if a particular thing has been risk, how to avoid the risk? So they will see that. And healthcare analyticals, so many areas we know that many diseases or many things has been all over the world. So how to avoid that, what is the statistics of the data, what been applied in the healthcare, that we are going to see over there. And e-commerce trading systems, what trading has been done over, what is the statistics of yesterday trade, what is the statistic of particular product in today's trade. So everything we can analyze using the business intelligence. And finally we are having many real-time monitoring system using your business intelligence. Thank you. Is there any queries?
Thank you for your presentation, Ms. Satya. As a participant, if you have any question for the speaker, please add them to the chat or you can raise your hand. Okay, first question. We have question from Ms. Tina, already writing in the chat. Professor, I understand that the data warehouse is a crucial component of business intelligence, but I'm a bit confused about the specific advantage it offer compared to other data storage solutions. Could you explain how a data warehouse integrate data from multiple sources and why this integration is beneficial for business intelligence? Additionally, could you provide an example of how business use this integrated data for strategy decision making? Thank you. The question already read in the chat.
Yeah, the first question will be like I understood that a data
Data warehousing is going to be a centralized data and consistency data where we are going to have improved data quality with fast analyzing and reporting from the historical trending analysis of the data.
so so the question will be continued. Uh, it offers compared to other data storage solution. How could you explain how data warehouse integrates the data from multiple sources and why this integration is beneficial for business intelligence? Additionally, could you provide an example of how business use this integrated data for strategic decision making?
As I told you already, we are going to have centralized database where we are going to store all the data. Improved data qualities has been stored over there. In the database and all, we have the option of modifying the data. But when you go for data warehousing, no modification of the data will be there. The data will be consistency. So the main important is here we are going to have improved data because no modification has been done, consistency has been provided over here, and we are not it is going to have faster and easiest access because retrieval is very fast. Particular data has been stored over. We have enhanced business processing here, enhanced business processing. We have more number of business statistical view. I told you an example also. We are going to start a business means we'll go for a comparison or previous history what has been present, based upon the holistic view of the data. Who are what are type of operations can be done over there, who are the customer, what type of business trends can be done over, what is the better information decision we can information decision we can make using this data warehousing is the main thing. How it has been helped over in your business intelligence also.
Okay, thank you for answering. And then the second question from Ms. Paulina. I'm struggling to understand how a data warehouse fits into the overall concept of business intelligence. Could you explain the main reason why business prefer using a data warehouse over other data storage option? Also, how does the data warehouse enhance the accuracy and efficiency of business decision making? An example of its practical application in a business scenario would be really helpful. Thank you.
In business, when you go for a business level or maybe in a company level, how we are going to retain the product, that is the main motive. So that retainment has been done over based upon the purchase of the product, what the decision we has been taken over. what is the geometrical area, for example we can take any product. So what is the geometrical area that has the product has been sold over, what is the promotion that has been given by the companies, media promotions, how specifically it is available to the customer end, how supply chain has been working over. So retainment of the things, for example if you take Amazon and all, many products has been sold. We have a star product, so that star indicate that more number of product has been sold over. So there more number of star rating has been given. Similarly, when you go for your business also, so that company people what they will do, so our product has been sold over, so we have to give more number of a day product to the particular online website or whatever we have been. So retainment of the customer, and what is the queries, if any queries has been there by the customer, how they are going to streamline the people and going to provide a service to the customer end. So all this will put together to have a business decision making, whether the product is good or the product what we have been manufactured is right or wrong, what has been done over, everything we can analyze easily.
Okay, thank you for answering. I think it's very clear answer from Professor. Okay, before I give the table for our participant, please open your camera. I will take a picture and give you the screen. Okay, one, okay, another one, two. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for the question. Finally, we come to the office lecture today. We would like to thank you for Miss Sahitya for the information shared with for our participants. At least we hope for collaboration in the future with Arunai Engineering College India. The visiting lecture for today ended. We have Susan. Thank you. And listening. Thank you for Miss Sahitya and Professor Pranav. Thank you.